What is up, everybody? My name is Justin from Party Rental Knowledge, and I teach tips and tricks in the party rental industry. This is my buddy Adam, the tent guy, and he teaches stuff on also the party rental industry, but he mainly focuses on tents. He's also been doing like other weird. I guess you have no focus anymore. You're doing FEC stuff. You're doing
No. So the tent channel, stay in tent and stuff. Sometimes there's going to be some other stuff on there because I do Jelly Ball and Nerf Wars and other things. But the Family Entertainment Center stuff, that's got its own channel now, so it doesn't dilute the tent channel.
excellent. If you're just staying tuned, we do this every Wednesdays around 8 or 9 o'clock. We don't have a set schedule. I'm gonna try and schedule these so that we can a little bit sooner, so we can actually have people tune into them and sign up for them, get notified when these go live. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. This podcast is basically just talking about our party rental businesses and helping grow other people's party rental businesses. Hearing different things from different perspectives from different people. So, and if you guys are interested in coming on, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, shoot. I'm all...
Yeah, you're all fuzzy for some reason, buddy. But
Yeah.
also, if you haven't already, I'm going to play this promo. I want you to join our community. Just a little promo for you guys. If you haven't noticed yet, we have a monthly newsletter that we text out to everybody once a month that has a bunch of different deals and information from a bunch of different brands in the party rental industry, not just bounce house people, but insurance providers and marketers and website providers and all kinds of different stuff. So check that out if you haven't already. Definitely worth your time. What should we talk about today? What's on everybody's mind? It's about to be New Year.
I got a bounce house sent to me for free.
You got a bounce house sent to you for free?
Yeah, I met this guy named Jim at down at IAPA and told him, hey, I was thinking about getting into bounce houses. Just don't know what I'm doing. And he's like, I'll send you one. He's a really nice guy. Jim Edmonds out of California. So he was going to send me one of his own bounce houses, but then he ended up winning an auction in Rhode Island where there was two things. One he really wanted, the other he didn't too much. So he sent that from Rhode Island to me instead of something from California out. Came the other day. It's only a 10 by 10 bounce house. I don't know what it looks like. I don't have a blower to blow it up yet. Then I might be getting another bounce house. There was this guy, Adam Opper, who was going to come buy my king tables. King tables are just really, really big banquet tables. They're 48 inches wide, but they just don't rent out enough for me. So he's going to come buy them, but he's like, hey, maybe we can trade a bounce house because he's got a whole bunch of brand new bounce houses. So I got to kind of see what he has, see if it's worth more than the money to get. But that also makes me money too. So, but then I'll have two bounce houses. Then I'll have to start a bounce house company.
Yeah, it's funny. It's how it works, man. It goes real quick like that. People develop those vinyl addictions pretty fast.
Well, I'm not going to be running it, so.
You say that now, and so you're like, oh, well, I'm already going there. I can just throw this on the truck.
Yeah.
You can be upselling them bounce houses. Or are you going to do an actual separate company?
Separate.
Or are you going to do like a website? Who are you going to do it under?
No idea. I'm going to do one of the guys, ERS.io, Bouncy Castle Network.
I'm in Buffalo, New York, old school Mike. So I know you're not far from me at all.
Erie, Canada's not far.
Yeah, not at all. What is on everybody's mind, everybody? Feel free to drop some questions. what is everybody's plans for the new year? That's really what I want to know.
Sucks.
Like we got what 2 weeks left for this year. What is everybody's plans? Is there anybody got any big New Year's parties coming up? Any big New Year's events? After that, is everybody starting to get geared towards like the what you call it? Is everybody gonna start getting ready for like all the spring holidays like Easter and St. Patrick's Day and stuff like that too? Or because it's pretty much New Year's hits. That's pretty much all it's up to next, right?
Right. I got a question for you and the bounce house people. It's not really worth it to get like a pumpkin unit or like a Christmas unit, really, right? You should just put that money into normal bounce houses.
Not at your stage.
Right.
This one's when you start like you just need to buy stuff.
When you need to buy stuff.
Yeah, for like tax write-off purposes, or you have some slight demand and you want to get into like a festival, but you already have all the core stuff.
Right.
That's like second level bounce house talk.
Mm-hmm. We got a question about frame. Go ahead, shoot your question. You don't have to type ahead of time. You have a question. Just write the question.
Yeah. We love answering questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Building inventory for the springtime. I hear you. I don't know where my Twister stuff is. If you're watching, Bob, waiting for that stuff to come in. I want to take some photos of that. Getting everything into the website, so I'm getting ready to market. More trafficking bookings. Okay, so the easiest way I can explain this is there's no exact answer to this, but what I do personally is try to cast the widest net possible so that I can get anything and everything. Like SEO, so SEO is for long term. You pay for it and then it does work over time, whereas in ads get you fast money and getting return on your investment if you have the right people. Do both. Then Facebook, Instagram, call schools, call them now. Like early in the year, you want to call so you can book your end of the year festivals. They're doing all the budgeting, like right in the beginning of January and February. That's when they're doing all the planning for all these fall events and everything like that. You want to do that at the beginning of the year while it's dead. Work on your website right now. Video marketing. Don't get me started with video marketing. Like you should have videos for all your stuff. I just made another video for my homepage. I put 2 videos on it now. It'll help you rank if you do some actual SEO action to the YouTube video. It'll help you even rank even more. Like I don't know. I'm up in the air. I gotta look more into it. I know geotagging photos doesn't help your Google My Business, but it might help your website. But at the very least, put all the descriptions and all your photos before you upload them. Get all that stuff done and all your different tags. There's so much work to SEO and marketing. There's word of mouth marketing. Get your flyers out. I shoot T-shirts out. I can literally go on all day about how to market to other different places, but yeah.
I got something. So I was watching a Gary V thing, I think last night, but before I get into that, I'll give a little anecdote that leads into the Gary V talk. So one year after ARA show, American Rental Association show, the plane was delayed and it was like 4 hours in the airport. And I was like, I'm going to jump on LinkedIn. Never really been on there. I was kind of inspired from being at the show to get more business. And I connected with a whole bunch of businesses and business people and, just anyone who was in my area. I first started with caterers and restaurants and this and that. Then I just did regular businesses and stuff. And from that, 3 hours on LinkedIn, I think I probably brought in $100,000 the following year extra because I was on LinkedIn for 3 hours. So Gary V, a very smart guy, if you don't know who he is, talks a lot about Instagram and social media marketing. He's basically saying, he was telling everyone like, you got to make 3 posts a day. They can be this, Instagram and Facebook are connected, so that, LinkedIn, you might want to make a different kind of post, but 3 pieces of content every single day going out there. So you got your Instagram, your TikTok, your Facebook, and LinkedIn. And it doesn't necessarily have to be ads. You could just be like, hey, just got this in. Look at this nice piece. Or, hey, everyone remember safety when there's a bounce house rental, make sure the parents are around. Or, just any sort of little piece of information. It doesn't have to be like a super well produced thing or whatever, but just 3 things of content showing your company, showing you every single day across all the platforms. And TikTok seems dumb. It seems like it's a kid's thing, but it's not. A lot of people are getting a lot of money. There was a guy who was doing some TikTok videos, and he landed a multi-hundreds of thousands of dollar gig. He's a concrete company. He did stuff about his concrete business, and then landed a huge gig from a TikTok video.
Yep.
Yes. Go to the. Yeah, keep going on his.
Why is it scary? Tell me why it's scary. Is it just because you don't know enough yet, or are you just is it just too tall? Are you getting on ladders and stuff? You shouldn't have to be on ladders unless you're like adding like certain fixtures or something like that. So why is it scary?
Go down to his 10 check question.
Oh.
Okay, so
10 jacks. Is there a way to go? How many do I need for a 20 by 20? And where can I get an affordable one that's not $800?
First of all, you're not going to get an affordable one that's not $800, but it's going to save your back, which is going to save you a lot of time and money in the long run. If your back goes, then you're done. But yeah, so 110 jack would be fine for a 20 by 20, 20 by 30, 20 by 40. Basically, the 20 by 20 you can kind of put in the middle and have someone hold on one side as you jack it up so that they're kind of like steadying it. And then you put the opposite corner in and then put the corner in that they're at. 20 by 30, 20 by 40.
You don't need a 10 jack for a 20 by 20.
You don't, but if you're small, I've come to realize this, and I got to understand it. Not everyone is 6 foot tall or above. I'm 6'1", you're 6'5". The people who are 5'8", they need a tent jack.
You can get one of them poles and push poles for a 20 by 20.
Okay. Also, people are not as strong as you and me. Some people, there's a lot of different sizes of people in this business. Yes, it's easy for us to say this, and then I start talking to people. I'm like, okay, I can see this. I can see that. Okay, but anyways, for a 20 by 30 and a 20 by 40, we put it halfway between the first corner and the middle leg. Lift up that side, put one in, put a leg in, then move it down to the middle of the other corner and the middle leg on the same side. Lift that up and then get that whole one side in, and then do the same thing on the other.
Thinking of starting in January. What you gonna buy?
You doing tents or you doing bounce houses?
What you doing? Foam machines? Great info.
So
thank you.
I think one of the more expensive or least expensive tent jacks is from a company down in Florida called Tent Renters Supply.
I want used too. I just bought 2 of them used for like $200.
Yeah, you try to find them used as well. Also, you could connect with a really strong ratchet both corners, and then just lift up on that in the very center. There's a company called the T-Rex. They have a tent jack that's motorized, and if you go to their website, go to T-Rex's website. I don't know what it is, but just type in T-Rex tent jack.
That's not cheap though.
No, it's not. But you can see how they are connecting a ratchet from one corner to the other and only using one to lift it up.
Let's see.
Let me just double check that.
All right, everybody. Need some more questions? We need some more engagement. What is your goals for next year? How many, like, what year will this be for you next year? Is this gonna be like, this is gonna be my third year going in as an owner. Tent Renter Supply was the name of the company in Florida.
Yeah, Tent Renter Supply. I used to be able to do comments. I can't do comments anymore. Did they change that?
It doesn't let you do comments into Facebook, but it lets you do it into YouTube. It's weird. We're using its streaming service.
Here, throw that up there.
Throw this up there.
Yeah, that's the website for the. This is a very expensive thing. It pulls the T-Rex tent jack, puts up center poles, pulls vinyl through Keter tracks, and also lifts tents. It's like it does a lot of things, but it's not cheap. It's just to give you an idea of how the ratchets connect to the corners and how they're lifting it. What's my biggest moneymaker? My biggest moneymaker is my wedding tent, my wedding tents, because you put out a wedding tent. Well, let's not just say the wedding tent because they're used for everything. My 40 wides, 40 by 40, 40 by 60, 40 by 80, 40 by 100. Because you put those out, you get a lot of stuff under them. Basically, a whole 26-foot truck full of stuff. So it's like my average job when a 40 wide goes out is $5,000. Can get all the way up to $12,000-$15,000, and that usually fits in one truck, except for the restroom trailer.
Oh, what's with your camera? Your camera looks like garbage. Goal: go back to full-time entertainment / events. Took a day job to get through COVID. Yeah, it's rough, man. I've been doing a bunch of like stagehand work. I've been happy. It's been getting me by. Trans-Siberian Orchestra will be coming through soon. It's like where we do our Christmas party every year. It's fun.
I've been buying too much crypto.
Huh?
I've been using my winter savings and buying too much crypto, putting myself in a little scary position to get through the winter. I'll be fine.
Looking to get in the tents, but only the pop-up ones, 10 by 10s, 20 by 10s, high quality ones, still a single person operation. A1 tent structures. So I just bought a whole bunch of that stuff.
You know, some people, they do very, very well with pop-ups. They make a lot of money with pop-ups. And it's kind of cool because you could do a pop-up company in a small trailer or a minivan even, because not a lot of tables and chairs are going with the pop-ups. So you could, in one-man operation, you know, make decent money.
So I like the A1 tent structures because it's actual real vinyl that goes on the tent. So it's just boom. You know what I mean? It's what? 12 poles? 12 poles, 4 corners, and a crown, and a top. Done.
Oh, these are real tents, not pop-ups.
Yeah, they're real because you can't leave like some pop-ups when you're leaving with a bounce house overnight or all weekend. You know what I mean? You're not gonna do that.
Yeah, so you got to be careful. Some of these pop-up tents, you know, like you got to read very, very carefully. They're not made for like staying up and getting rained on. They'll pool and then just collapse. Some of the other pop-ups, the more expensive ones, can handle, you know, rain for a little while.
Yeah, pop-ups that I'm into will last me years.
Right.
Years, and the pole systems are versatile, so I can get different tops, and then I can like it's either I have I can have 20 10 by 10s out, or I can have a few 20 bys, and it still uses the same poles. So as long as I have the tops for it, I can have all those tents out.
You're calling those pop-ups, but they're not really pop-ups. Like a pop-up just pulls
it's
the
not
legs.
a pop-up really. They're frame tents.
Yeah.
Whether you can do 10 by 10 frames, you can do all the way up to like a 20 by 40.
Right.
I think I can do even more.
I got a question for the viewers. I have another YouTube channel, a third one, about businesses, any business, like a real business, not like a coach, a business coach or a life coach or whatever. I'm trying to get more people to interview that have other businesses. Like, how do you start a pizza company, or, a pizza place? How do you start a plumbing business? How do you start a bicycle repair business? So if anyone else has another kind of business, not bounce houses or tents, and wouldn't mind being interviewed on that channel, and you have a real business, not just some online thing, let me know.
Let's see here, everybody. What did you guys buy this year? I'm curious. What did you guys all buy? What was being bought? Me personally, I bought a bunch of tent stuff. I made a $20K purchase for bounce houses, and now I'm looking into like a truck. So
I want to buy a Cybertruck from Tesla because I sold my truck.
This dude bought so much. You're gonna get a Cybertruck?
Probably not. I've been looking at the Ford Lightning as well, and the Ford Lightning just seems more versatile right now. I don't know. The Cybertruck's bed isn't that big. It's not like a good work truck.
So you've got 5-foot stake spacing on a 40 wide tent. Oof.
What?
That's what I said.
Is yours one of the older, like not vinyl, but like a cloth material?
That sounds horrible though. 5-foot spacing.
So 5-foot stake spacing, unless he's just talking about how far it's coming out, not talking about how far each leg is from each other. So if it's coming out 5 foot, that's what I do on my 40 wides. I do 5 foot.
It's about normal.
36-inch stakes. I use 40 or 42, so should be fine. But I also use stake bars, which is the 3 holes in the metal thing. So it turns one stake into 3. So on all my corners and all my seams, I have 3 stake bars, or I have stake bars. So the corners have 6 stakes and every seam has 3. And then non-seams have 1. So 36-inch stakes would be fine, but I'd also use stake bars.
This guy's making up the marquee light letters. Are you doing it from Lee or Les? They have like a great system going on.
Actually, I had an interview with them. They're going to be up soon.
Nice. With the lights?
Yeah, it just has a lighting business. It's going to be on that business interview channel, not on the Tent Guy channel.
Interesting.
Still waiting on the links for your other YouTube channels, Adam. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, I will. There's one of them I'm very embarrassed about. It's my
coin pushing.
Yeah. I bought a coin pusher. Kind of pretend, but I don't really say that I'm at a casino and me and my girlfriend, or me alone. Justin's done one at my house.
I got hammered and did one. If you want to see that,
we put coins in and pretend to win tens of thousands of dollars. I'll put that. It's just, don't judge me on it. It's embarrassing.
Don't judge me on that. I like to make YouTube channels.
And then my eBay, I have an eBay thrifting one. That one I'm still getting used to, like how to do that.
You bought fake glasses for it and everything.
So the fake glasses really suck because you have no idea how much your head moves. So we bought a body cam, and that works better.
Interesting. So you gotta see this coin pushing video. I just was getting really rowdy and drunk, like coin pushing. It was. I thought it was a funny. Bought dinosaur T-Rex combo, jump house. Going to put $2,000 order of foam fluid this month. Yo. Let me know, yo Ryan. How close are you from Buffalo? DM me. Only 10 years old, real vinyl, each leg to leg.
Oh, 5 foot spacing, leg to leg.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've seen those things. It's dumb. It's like twice the work.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you've got 5 foot spacing, that's a lot. That's actually way more steaks. I think you should be all right.
Like double.
Yeah. However, you can never go wrong with steak bars, at least on the seams and the corners. Since I put steak bars in, because when I first started, I didn't have a lot of money. I was just using 30 to 36-inch steaks, 2 on each corner and 1 everywhere. Then I was like, I had some failures, and I was like, I'm buying 40, 42-inch steaks, and it was better. Then I still had some failures, and then I bought steak bars, and have not had a failure since the steak bars.
But you don't do just like you don't have failures on 20 wide, do you?
There's this one location where it's this barn that I do. We set up a kitchen tent every single weekend, and that is the windiest place ever. I will look at the weather, and sometimes we'll do every single steak on a 20 by 20, which is 12. It would normally be 12 steaks, but we'll do as many steak bars as I have left, or do all steak bars. So that takes it from, what's 12 times 3, guys? 36 steaks on a 20 by 20. Because it's failed there a lot of times with only 1 steak, like normal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's like a
temp out of water was fine. It was a 20 by 40.
What's that?
I did a 20 by 40 temp out of water. It was fine.
Right. I don't know. This place is so windy. It's got just fields all around it, and I don't know why this place is so windy, but it could be not windy anywhere else but there. So because it's usually up from Thursday to Monday for a kitchen on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I want to make sure it's not coming down.
Let me see if I can find that picture. Keep chatting. Everybody post some questions. Like, where do you guys take nice pictures of your setups and takedowns? Like, what do you do in order to get some good pictures? Oh, this is a good picture.
Okay, someone's asking, I've seen people staking straight down on a 20 by 20 West Coast frame tent. Is that a bad practice?
You're supposed to be staking straight down.
Well, I mean, ideally, you want one close, either in the foot or very close to the foot, and
frame
out.
Tents are meant to be held up and down. Like, the weight's supposed to be going directly down.
Well, I don't know. I've always seen big companies do one out and one through the foot. And then when you're doing concrete blocks, you attach one to the top and you attach the leg to the concrete block.
Oh, you could actually do both. Now I think about it, if you're stabilizing it, but when you're doing water barrels, need to be straight up and down. Is what it is.
So yes, so water barrels. If you're doing water barrels, it should be one to the top, and you should ideally also wrap around the water barrel and the leg.
Yeah, you can't take if you put a water barrel and do one going at an angle to the top of it, it's just going to pull it over
it's just going to tip the water barrel. I've switched to concrete blocks and it's been way better. There is a few locations on 3rd floor balconies of this hotel we do that we can't do concrete blocks because it's weird. They're 2x2 concrete pavers sit on these poles, so every corner is on a pole above the roof. So if we've broken them before by the top of the tank went down like that when we were taking it down, and it smashed it and broke it, and then it's just a 4-foot drop to a stone roof. So we cannot use concrete blocks up there. The second we set it down, it's just going to break that and fall 4 feet under their ceiling. So there I use water barrels and attached to their side, to their railings. Yo, put up
what?
I can't say the name, Narano tribe.
What do you do for pull tent on very soft dirt? Stay smooth.
So if we got stake bars, we're going to use stake bars. If we don't have stake bars on the truck, I will put one stake in like normal, and then another stake literally like next to it, and slightly angle it so they're pretty much touching at the top of the head, and put them in as far as I can, and that usually helps. Then we'll also do one stake directly out from the corner. Like normally you do it in a 90-degree angle, one to pull this way, one to pull the other. Then I'll also do one pulling at a 45-degree angle from the corner. Usually it's just more stakes and ratchets.
So staking in the concrete or asphalt, concrete's another story. You kind of gotta like use a jackhammer, and you usually don't really do it in the concrete, but you can. And there's only like a layer normally of like six, depends where you're doing. If it's like an industrial place, the concrete can be thicker. But once you go through the concrete, then it's just stone. You kind of go right through that. But when it goes to asphalt, there's only like few inches of asphalt, and then you can go right through that with a couple sledges. But
yeah, so asphalt's easy, just boom, 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 boom. When you take it out, there's going to be a hole. Yeah. So what you do is the cheapest, easiest way. Well, there's various ways, but we bring a bucket of sand, and then we just put the sand in there until there's about that much room left. Then we take some asphalt stuff from Lowe's or Home Depot, and with a scraper, just scrape it right in there. If you try to scrape it right in there without putting the sand in, it's all just going to fall in. The holes are going to stay there. So you got to fill it with sand or gravel or whatever, and then put that patch, it's just like called asphalt patch, on there. They also sell these little things. They're plugs. It looks like a wine cork plug, but thicker and black. You put it down in there, you put a piece of wood on it, then you hit it with a sledgehammer, and then it forms into the hole. That you don't need to fill it with sand. That is called the plug R. Concrete, there's two ways to do it. You could get a power drill with a pretty big bit and drill through until you get past concrete and then stake like normal. Or you can get a drill and drop in anchors. Like if you're doing a setup at the same place all the time, you could drop in anchors that you can then put an eye bolt into to attach your ratchets to. And then when you take the eye bolt out, you can put a screw cover into it. And then whenever you come back to that location, it's just ready to go. You take off the cover and put your eye bolts back in.
Yeah, you can make your own block and roll. They have like molds. You basically just throw concrete in. I would even just work with like a concrete company.
Yo, can you mute me?
Make molds for you.
Can you mute me real quick?
Mute yourself.
I can't. I don't.
I love messing with them. Yeah, you can definitely make your own block and roll. It's pretty simple. My whole mentality is I'm trying to outsource everything now. So if I can, like, I have some concrete background. My whole family works in concrete, so I would love to just be able to like hand a concrete company these block and rolls so they can dump their waste and make the molds and make the blocks with all the concrete waste and make more money by selling them. Like, listen, here's a mold, fill me up. Once I got my blocks, we'll sell them to other places too. And it can be pretty lucrative. And they can have them on deck to actually use them too as well. They're pretty versatile. They have block and roll carts that specifically move those blocks, and they also have motorized block and roll, like by Granite Industries. So something to look into. Should I just drop, like have him jump back in?
You sure? I mean, if you're gonna be out.
He's just messing with them. Going and asking them to make them when they have waste is a great idea. Yeah, there's a lot of concrete. I have a stone driveway. We just drop it in the middle of the the driveway and just run over it, just add it to the driveway, because it's just hard to get rid of it. It's not really easy to like just keep adding pieces with it or anything like that. So we'll just add it to the stone driveway and let it get broken up. So yeah, there's tons of waste in concrete. There's all kinds of miscalculations. Where are you located in Buffalo? Downtown? Yeah, I'm everywhere in Buffalo. Buffalo is a small city. I can get from like one side of Buffalo to the other side of Buffalo in 15 minutes. I can get from like the farthest part of Buffalo to Niagara Falls in like 35 minutes. So
driving around New Year's with all those.
You done yet? Oh, I thought he was done. Couldn't tell. We need some more questions because we have some more answers for you, everybody. Once again, if you haven't seen, I have a monthly newsletter that I text out to everybody. So you definitely want to see that and don't miss out on that. Let's see here. Text this phone number and you'll be able to receive your monthly newsletter each month. Boom.
That was I'm organizing a trip to New York City. We're going there New Year's Eve, but my friend lives there, and we want to stay with him the night before.
Oh, I want to go to New York City.
We're going to a fish show. She likes fish.
All right, I don't want to go to New York City for a fish show.
Yeah.
Like live fish or to eat fish?
Live, the band.
Oh, a fish show.
Yeah.
All right. I was like, I thought you were trying to like go there just like to eat some fish or for pet fish. It was like the last. I'm literally a stagehand too, and that went over my head. I'm horrible. What are the biggest rentals that are inflatables, tents, and concessions?
That are not.
Oh, they're not inflatables, tents, or concessions. Games and foam machines.
For me, what is it? It is my restroom trailers. I got 3 of them, and they all 3 go out every single weekend. So what is that? That's 1,500 plus 900 plus 1,100, 3,500, and then minus 125. No, sorry, minus 150. He charges 100 to empty the first unit, 25 for the next. So 3,350 a weekend on restroom trailers, and sometimes you can get more. Yeah, well, it depends. If we're literally passing by a campsite, there's one campsite that charges $10 to empty it, and there's another that charges $7. So we'll stop at that campsite, even if we're not passing by it, if it's within 5-10 minutes, because that's really cheap. So we'll sometimes do that. That is, you just tip the restroom trailer down a little bit, put a hose in the back toilet, and then just let it flush out. And if we don't do that, then we have the guy come. More often than not, we have the guy come, though, because he's going to be coming anyways to do at least 2 of them, because we're not passing by a campsite with all 3 of them. So, it's $25 for the 3rd one and not have to spend a half hour emptying it.
So do you transfer them full? Like, they don't really ever get full, but you transfer them with stuff in them. And then honestly, though, like, you're technically not supposed to, because the water leaks, sloshing and stuff. But
so there's been some horror stories where people are going up a really steep incline, and then it'll all kind of come down and out the back toilet. That has never happened to us. We deliver them with an empty tank, and we use their water to fill it. And if they don't have water on site, then we charge them to fill our tank. It makes the whole thing heavier to transport. And then when we leave, we dump the fresh water, so that's all gone on the ground. And there's dirty stuff in there, but like Justin said, it's not filling up. We've only had a one-time fill up, and that's because they were only supposed to use it for their event, but they were using it for 2 days beforehand. Like 30, 40 people were staying at this one place. So it was like one wedding's worth of stuff already happened. And then we charged them to go pump it again.
Oh, they filled it up while they were there and called you?
Yeah, because we dropped it off, I think, on a Thursday. So they used it, like 40 people used it on Thursday. Then 40 people used it on Friday. So that's like 100, that's like 200 uses probably throughout the days. Then it comes time for the wedding and people are using it throughout the day. Now it comes time for the wedding and it's filled. Like now we tell people like, this is only for your event. If you use it beforehand, we're going to charge you a lot of money to come empty it.
Building a tent inventory. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry. Which games? So he does Nerf rentals as a game. I do like in Jelly Ball. I do like giant basketball, giant Jenga, giant Connect 4.
Giant games, guys. Giant
Yeah,
games.
they also have like Twister Display has a bunch of different games, and so does Aquaventronics. I have interviews with both of them. I'm still releasing videos from my app, everybody.
Right. So like in the tent world, when we send out a 20 by 20, 20 by 30, 20 by 40, we always ask you any games. So yeah, we got the giant ladder ball, then just regular can jam. We've got giant beer pong, which is red garbage cans from Ace, 2 soccer balls,
I got that too.
cornhole, and they may not seem like much, but if you can get one out, if you can get 5 games out on a weekend, that's an extra $100, $200.
Even more than that. I get like, I get a ridiculous amount of money for my games.
Right, we're only getting 20 for can jam, 20
Yeah,
for
but
cornhole.
it's cool though because you can buy it for like $40.
Yeah.
So it goes out twice and it's paid for 3 times. You know what I mean? 5 times.
Also,
I'm happy with that just because it's on my website. It makes my website look bigger.
So if you're doing a party, 20 by 20 party, you get the 20 by 20, you try to get the sides, you try to get the lights, tables and chairs, but then you're going there. So try to sell the games, try to sell them 2 cocktail tables to put outside the tent, put their people's drinks on, people hang out at cocktail tables. Then I was going somewhere with this. Oh, the coolers, try to, get them 2 giant coolers because people don't want to go buy those for their one-off event. Charge $15 per cooler. Garbage cans. And there was one other thing. It was, fill and chill table. So now you just took this normal thing that you would just normally do with tent tables and chairs for, and you added games, garbage cans, coolers, a whole bunch of stuff. You added another $300. That's only going to take you 5 minutes of work.
Yep. Let's see here. Building a tent inventory. Dude, A1 tent structures. Like, just get a whole bunch of frame tents. West Coast frame tents. Go nuts with it. Get a system going. Label your poles certain colors. Get your guys on the program. Get it going. Get it going good. Get it done right. You can't. I don't know. That stuff's so simple, man.
Well, I'd say if you're going to go frame tents, I would go high peak frame tents. They're going to be the easiest and fastest to install.
If you're trying to build a tent inventory, though.
Okay.
Like a whole inventory, you know what I mean? If you're only trying to do just 20 to 20 wides, but if you're trying to do like 10 by 10s and 20 wides, like I don't know.
So if you're trying to have the most bang for your buck and buy a bunch of poles and a bunch of tops, then all the poles on a West Coast frame tent can be interchangeable. You can make it 20 by 20, you can make it 30 by 30, you can make 40 by 60. You just got to have the right poles. But then you're also limiting yourself. If you're 40 by 60s out, then you're not getting out 3 20 by 20s because you're using all those poles over there.
Mm-hmm.
But 20 wides, 20 by 20, 20 by 30, 20 by 40 would be first. Then 30 wides, 30 by 40, 30 by 60, then 40 wides. And for frame tents, I would just start with 20 by 20, 20 by 30, 20 by 40. I would start in high peak because they're easy. And then as you get bigger and you understand what people are asking for, then you can, get, bigger tents or different style tents.
So Ty Worthington has his own separate truck. At what level do you need your own separate truck?
Yeah, so some people will go, like they have a slide-in pump on their truck, and they will pump it before they take it. So we're thinking like if we have 5, 6, 7 units, then we're going to get our own pump, keep it at the warehouse, and pump every time we come back, pump them into an above ground septic tank. And then once a month, we just pay the guy to come pump that one septic tank, and it'll be way cheaper. Yeah, it's like $8,000 to buy a pump, like a good pump, and then however much for the above ground septic tank. But over time, it'll save money. I don't even think it's 8,000. I don't remember when I last looked.
What do you like for Twister and Aqua that rents? Twister, all their dude. Games are something that you just get out. That you like. You can okay. Hey, I want you to rent this $600 package. I'll throw this game in that's normally $70 or something. I'll just throw it in there just because I want you to get the $700 package. I don't care about my games. Like when they rent, sometimes people just add them too, which is awesome. Like all games rent, all games are awesome. Versatility is great. I don't think there's any one game that rents more than the others. They're all crap, but they're all awesome, if that makes sense. Like games can be your least amount, but you like having the different games and the classic games that everybody else in your area has, and having a little bit more is advantageous because people literally like look for specific games or whatever, see that you have it, and see you can rent these other ones out, like a dunk tank. Dunk tank's awesome to have. People look for dunk tanks, and then they're like, oh wait, we need tents and all that stuff too. We just want to get the dunk tank because that seemed the hardest to find. You know what I mean? But then they still need all the tents and all that, so they end up getting everything from you. You should get a dunk tank, dude. I don't know why you don't get dunk tanks. If you're already doing the trailer, you can have people literally come pick them up.
I don't think I'd ever let anyone come pick it up.
No, they make it so it goes a trailer.
I know.
Pitch.
I hate people picking stuff up.
Fire halls do it all the time.
I'd rather deliver it.
You could do that too.
Yeah.
Are you going to rent the big Eagle coolers? I gotta buy some.
I'm renting the one. I buy them at Walmart for $50. They're 120 quarts. So $50, and I rent them out for 15 each. Okay, we just answered that. I rent them for 15 each, and they're 120 quart coolers from Walmart. When you open the inside, write your name on it so that people can't steal.
Is there a market for just hire? So it's funny because Tent and Table is the only company that I know. They have a local rental company too, and they'll let you just like, oh, you want to rent a 20 by 40 tent? Come pick it up. Like, you go ahead and
No, that's not what he's talking about.
No, wait, listen. I know that.
Okay.
So there's people that call me all the time. Can you set this? I got this tent and table. Can you? How much would you do? Like, would you charge to come set this tent up from them? And then like I've done it twice, and like it's a setup, man. They just do it so people like fail, and then just pay the rental fee, and they just bring all the crap back because. They don't give them the right parts. I've done it like 2 or 3 times, and they've had to go back for stuff that the tent company never gave them. I love Tent and Table. There's nothing against them, but the rental company side gets a little crazy sometimes, and there's a lot of people talk crap about for a local rental company. But
so what I think he's talking about is
company too for no reason.
So what I think he's talking about is he was just recently hired to go from Texas to Vegas just to be labor. Set up someone else's tent. Yeah, there is. So my friend does a lot of tents across the country. He hires a lot of people just, in the area or flies in. He's got this one Mexican crew, like 20 guys that come and just set up his giant double-decker tent for him and stuff. He actually does a lot in Texas. So I'll call him and see if he could ever use you. There's Brian Jenkins, who does a lot in Texas as well. And he does big, massive tents, lots of them in Texas and surrounding states all the time. And I'm sure he would hire out labor. Yes, there's a lot of the big companies who are traveling around nationally. Maybe they don't have guys, that are entirely competent with these giant tents, but they know that there's crews that do it. They hire them all the time. My friend is constantly hiring out local people. So yeah, I'll get you in touch with both of those people because they both do jobs in Texas all the time.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to learn. You might have to charge a little less for your first double decker tent install, but for 60 wides and 80 wides and 100 wides, I'm sure you could charge a pretty good rate. Yeah,
I'm loving it. So does anybody have any other questions? Anybody have any concerns? Anybody have any ideas for the group? We do this every Wednesday if you guys don't know. Also, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just trying to get that going up in the algorithm, trying to get more people on my YouTube channel. Almost at 2,000.
Like and subscribe to my other ones.
Yeah, you don't even have them like the links.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, keep talking, Justin.
You should make like a post on Facebook. Yeah, if you're not in the Facebook group, check out the Facebook group and that community going on there. If you guys are in like the Georgia area, this guy does tent repairs and bounce house repairs, or bounce house repairs mainly, inflatable repairs. What do you think about fill and chill tables? I want to buy some. I need to get some. I also seen that there's like inserts in them to like make it raised so they can put dry stuff in half of it. Did you see that, Adam?
Yeah, I've never gotten those. They're just extra pieces to forget.
They are. They make it. They're if you want to get fancy. It depends how fancy you are. Like I can see you doing it because you do all like the glassware and the catering stuff. You know what I mean? Whereas in me, hell nah. Drones. You got to get a drone license if you're going to do that. Be careful. Even if you get the one that's under the weight because you're a business owner and using the photos to sell for your business is like makes you qualify. And then if you put it on YouTube and get ad money from it, it still makes you qualify. You have to get a drone license. But yeah, don't they're really anal about that for some reason. How much you paid for me to come help out for a season? $2. I give you $2. I would totally pay you to come out and build me some carts. Always dropping the YouTube channels.
Yeah, what did I just drop?
Good luck finding this stuff on the replay.
Well, I'll drop them on my Instagram or somewhere.
They will be dropped, people. So if you're really, really big fan, you can just go ahead and copy these, paste them in, or try and manually type this in. Do you really want to see, like, if you really want to see us getting drunk doing coin pushing, you're going to have to manually type this in.
No, I'll drop them somewhere. Last one is the coin pushing one.
The last one is the coin pushing one. There's 4. How many YouTube channels you got? Sheesh.
Oh, I double posted one on accident. There's another one. The thrifting and eBay one. There we go.
It really is one of the hardest parts is to find labor.
Why is it doing this?
So I gotta do some more videos. I got a bunch of stuff I'm working on, but the newsletter is definitely my number one priority. So
I also
everybody enjoy the newsletter. I'm getting so much traffic on it.
There we go. Coin pushing. Yeah.
He's a coin pusher. The coin pushing tent guy interviewing FEC Nerf guy with inflatables and restroom trailers. This is, dude, I was literally in Florida. My mom got sick and I had to leave early. I was going to do some. But I might have a trip to LA planned here this winter. So definitely trying to do that. A lot of them tell me it's boring, but it's nice to have the interviews with like the people at the manufacturing warehouses themselves. So I definitely more interviews with manufacturers. The warehouse videos, I think everybody's just going to realize they're all just a bunch of bounce houses that are already rolled up, stored somewhere. But it's really about the people and what they have to say about the company is what I'm really after. How much does a restroom trailer cost?
So that depends on quality. Our first restroom trailer was a 4-unit one. We got it for $20,000, but they were normally $24,000. But some guy canceled those orders, so we got it cheaper. Our 2-unit one we bought from someone who couldn't make their payments anymore, so it got bought up by a debt company. So we bought it for $8,000, which was a steal. Our newest one is the top of the line, best one you can get ever. It's a 5-unit, and it was like $40,000. But it's a whole lot easier setting up, and just everything about it. Where the other ones might take 45 minutes to set up, this one can take like 10 minutes to set up.
Can you store outside in freezing temperatures?
You winterize it, so you empty it out, you pump, antifreeze through, and then it's fine.
Yo, let me know what's going on. I'm down to go on the 10th. Let me know what's up. DM me. You got my number.
My main guy makes $20 an hour this past year. Everyone else made somewhere between 15 and 18, all on the books. So that cost me more than $20 an hour. It cost me workers' comp and workers' comp and Social Security and payroll taxes. So like a $20 an hour guy is somewhere around $25 to $29 an hour actually. Workers' comp is expensive on tent installers. I forget what it is. It's something ridiculous. $20 for every $100 or something like that. Then my office guy is like 35 cents for every $100 he makes.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. We had to say that. He does not leave the office. He never goes into the back of the warehouse. Never, ever, ever. But he's back there every day. He needs to be. He needs to, load up customers' vehicles. He needs to take people back there to show them things. He takes deliveries in. Like when that bounce house came in, he was there. He's the one who gets it off the truck with a pallet jack. But he never goes back there.
But he never goes.
No.
I love it. Listen, everybody. I love all of you. I love this community. I love that what we're doing for the community. I love that you guys are listening to us ramble about tents and bounce houses, and you guys enjoy it. Makes me happy. Seriously, stay tuned for next week. Maybe we'll do a couple more of these during the week. I'll drop I'll drop some more links in here if I schedule some streams before that. Got more IAPA videos to post. More content, better education. I got a couple projects I'm working on in the background. State like the newsletter, I'm still pumping that up. That's just going to keep getting better and better, but I want to bring some more value to everybody. So I got other things in the works. Excuse me. I got other things in the works as well. So stay safe, everybody. Be easy. Do the right thing and don't cut corners. You want a hat, buddy? I'll get you a hat. My buddy wants a Foam Daddy hat. But bye, everybody. Have a great day.